Smart drivers aren't just quick on the road, they're sharp before they even start the car. Welcome to Part 43 of the UK Theory Test Series. In this episode, you'll work through a fresh batch of scenario-based questions to test your awareness, judgment, and road rule mastery. If you're serious about acing your theory test, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you're always one step ahead. Let's dive in and see how well you know the road. Question 1. What does the term blind spot mean? A. An area covered by your left-hand mirror. B. An area not visible to the driver. C. An area covered by your right-hand mirror. D. An area not covered by your headlights. The answer is B. An area not visible to the driver. Question 2. What hazard should you be aware of when traveling along this street? A. Large goods vehicles. B. Glare from the sun. C. Children running out between vehicles. D. Lack of road markings. The answer is C. Children running out between vehicles. Question 3. What legal requirement must be met by a newly qualified driver? A. They must have valid motor insurance. B. They must have a new photograph taken for their full license. C. They must be accompanied on their first motorway journey. D. They must display green L plates. The answer is A. They must have valid motor insurance. Question 4. On a road where trams operate, which vehicles will be most at risk from the tram rails? A. Cycles. B. Cars. C. Buses. D. Lorries. The answer is A. Cycles. Question 5. What does this sign mean? A. Closure of 2 lanes on a dual carriageway ahead. B. Closure of 1 lane of a 3-lane carriageway ahead. C. Single-lane traffic in both directions. D. Start of contraflow system. The answer is B. Closure of 1 lane of a 3-lane carriageway ahead. Question 6. What does it mean if your trailer has a maximum authorized mass, MAM, of 3,500 kilograms? A. Your trailer can carry a load of 3,500 kilograms. B. Your trailer and towing vehicle combined cannot weigh more than 3,500 kilograms. C. Your trailer and load combined cannot weigh more than 3,500 kilograms. D. Your empty trailer weighs 3,500 kilograms. The answer is C. Your trailer and load combined cannot weigh more than 3,500 kilograms. Question 7. A cycle lane, marked by a solid white line, is in operation. What does this mean for car drivers? A. They may park in the lane. B. They may use the lane when necessary. C. They mustn't drive along the lane. D. They may drive in the lane at any time. The answer is C. They mustn't drive along the lane. Question 8. There are objects hanging from your interior mirror. Why could this be a hazard? A. Your view could be obstructed. B. Your sun visor might get tangled. C. Your radio reception might be affected. D. Your windscreen could mist up more easily. The answer is A. Your view could be obstructed. Question 9. What does this sign mean? A. No entry except for pedestrians. B. Pedestrian crossing point ahead. C. Direction of route to destination shown for pedestrians. D. End of footpath. Pedestrians use road. The answer is C. Direction of route to destination shown for pedestrians. Question 10. What does this line across the road at the entrance to a roundabout mean? A. Traffic from the left has right-of-way. B. Stop at the line. C. Give way to traffic from the right. D. You have right of way. The answer is C. Give way to traffic from the right. Question 11. What helps to reduce traffic bunching on a motorway? A. Variable speed limits. B. Contraflow systems. C. National speed limits. D. Lane closures. The answer is A. Variable speed limits. Question 12. What must you do if your eyesight has become very poor and you're no longer able to meet the driver's eyesight requirements? A. Tell the driver licensing authority. B. Tell the police. C. Tell your doctor. D. Tell your optician. The answer is A. Tell the driver licensing authority. Question 13. When will anti-lock brakes be activated? A. When you haven't seen a hazard ahead. B. When excessive brake pressure has been applied. C. When you don't brake quickly enough. D. When you're speeding on a slippery road surface. The answer is B. When excessive brake pressure has been applied. Question 14. You must not reverse? A. For longer than necessary. B. For more than a car's length. C. Into a side road. D. In a built-up area. The answer is A. For longer than necessary. Question 15. You're on a motorway that isn't subject to smart motorway regulations. When should you use the hard shoulder? A. When you're stopping for a rest. B. When you're joining the motorway. C. When you're stopping in an emergency. D. When you're leaving the motorway. The answer is C. When you're stopping in an emergency. Question 16. You're turning left from a main road into a side road. What should you do if there's a pedestrian on the pavement waiting to cross the side road? A. Sound your horn to let the pedestrian know you're there. B. Carry on turning into the side road. C. Flash your lights to encourage the pedestrian to cross. D. Wait and give way to the pedestrian. The answer is D. Wait and give way to the pedestrian. Question 17. Which of these makes your tires illegal? A. They have a large, deep cut in the sidewall. B. They have different tread patterns. C. They were bought second-hand. D. They're of different makes. The answer is A. They have a large, deep cut in the sidewall. Question 18. Why are vehicle mirrors often slightly convex? A. To totally cover blind spots. B. To give a wider field of vision. C. To make traffic behind look bigger. D. To make it easier to judge the speed of traffic behind. The answer is B. To give a wider field of vision. Question 19. You see this sign on the rear of a slow-moving lorry that you want to pass. It is traveling in the middle lane of a 3-lane motorway. You should A. Cautiously approach the lorry, then pass on either side. B. Wait on the hard shoulder until the lorry has stopped. C. Approach with care and keep to the left of the lorry. D. Follow the lorry until you can leave the motorway. The answer is C. Approach with care and keep to the left of the lorry. Question 20. Your vehicle must have valid insurance cover before you can do what? A. Make a SORN. B. Tax the vehicle. C. Scrap the vehicle. D. Sell the vehicle. The answer is B. Tax the vehicle. Question 21. Which type of sign tells you what you must not do? The answer is C. Question. 22. Where shouldn't you overtake? A. Approaching a junction. B. Traveling up a long hill. C. On a one-way street. D. On a single carriageway. The answer is A. Approaching a junction. Question 23. What is a clearway? A. An area that is reserved for pedestrians and motorized wheelchairs. B. An area that is strictly reserved for the loading and unloading of HGVs. C. An area where stopping and parking is not permitted during certain times. D. An area where stopping and parking is reserved for buses and taxis only. The answer is C. An area where stopping and parking is not permitted during certain times. Question 24. What is the minimum age for someone to supervise a person who is learning to drive? A. 25. B. 21. C. 30. D. 19. The answer is B. 21. Question 25. What is the speed limit in Wales? A. 20 miles per hour. B. 50 miles per hour. C. 30 miles per hour. D. 60 miles per hour. The answer is A. 20 miles per hour. Question 26. What's the nearest you may park to a junction? A. 12 meters, 39 feet. B. 15 meters, 49 feet. C. 20 meters, 66 feet. D. 10 meters, 32 feet. The answer is D. 10 meters, 32 feet. Question 27. Why are hatch markings painted in the center of the road? A. To make space for emergency vehicles. B. To separate traffic flowing in opposite directions. C. To mark an area to be used by overtaking motorcyclists. D. To warn of a lower speed limit ahead. The answer is B. To separate traffic flowing in opposite directions. Question 28. Are passengers allowed to ride in a caravan that's being towed? A. Yes, if they're over 14. B. No, not at any time. C. Only if all the seats in the towing vehicle are full. D. Only if a stabilizer is fitted. The answer is B. No, not at any time. Question 29. Do you need to plan rest stops when you're planning a long journey? A. No, you'll be less tired if you get there as soon as possible. B. Yes, you should plan to stop every half an hour. C. Yes, regular stops help concentration. D. No, only fuel stops will be needed. The answer is C. Yes, regular stops help concentration. Question 30. You're waiting at a T-junction. A vehicle is coming from the right, with its left indicator flashing. What should you do? A. Wait until the vehicle starts to turn in. B. Move out slowly. C. Pull out before the vehicle reaches the junction. D. Move out and accelerate hard. The answer is A. Wait until the vehicle starts to turn in. Question 31. The double white line along the center of the road is unbroken on your side. When may you cross the line? A. To overtake a pedal cycle traveling at 10 miles per hour or less. B. To check it's safe to overtake the vehicle in front. C. To overtake a driver traveling at 20 miles per hour or less. D. To overtake any maintenance vehicle in front. The answer is A. To overtake a pedal cycle traveling at 10 miles per hour or less. Question 32. What should you do as you approach a zebra crossing? A. Stop before the zigzag lines. B. Wave pedestrians across the road. C. Sound the horn and flash headlights. D. Be prepared to stop in good time. The answer is D. Be prepared to stop in good time. Question 33. What does this sign mean? A. Junction ahead with restricted vehicle access. B. Junction ahead leading to a car ferry. C. Junction ahead leading to a railway station. D. Junction ahead leading to a toll bridge. The answer is B. Junction ahead leading to a car ferry. Question 34. At night, what does it mean if you see a pedestrian wearing reflective clothing and carrying a bright red light? A. You're approaching a slow-moving vehicle. B. You're approaching an organized walk. C. You're approaching a traffic danger spot. D. You're approaching roadworks. The answer is B. You're approaching an organized walk. Question 35. What's the reason for the yellow crisscross lines painted on the road here? A. To mark out an area for trams only. B. To mark the entrance lane to a car park. C. To warn you of the tram lines crossing the road. D. To prevent queuing traffic from blocking the junction on the left. The answer is D. To prevent queuing traffic from blocking the junction on the left. Question 36. How would age affect an older person's driving ability? A. They'll need glasses to read road signs. B. They won't be able to obtain car insurance. C. They'll take longer to react to hazards. D. They won't signal at junctions. The answer is C. They'll take longer to react to hazards. Question 37. What should you do as you approach this overhead bridge? A. Move across to the right-hand side before going through. B. Find another route. This one is only for high vehicles. C. Move out to the center of the road before going through. D. Be prepared to give way to large vehicles in the middle of the road. The answer is D. Be prepared to give way to large vehicles in the middle of the road. Question 38. In which conditions will your overall stopping distance increase? A. In the rain. B. In strong winds. C. In fog. D. At night. The answer is A. In the rain. Question 39. What does this sign indicate? A. End of a system of lane control light signals. B. End of priority lane for buses and taxis. C. Start of a controlled lane system. D. Lane ends. Merge with caution. The answer is A. End of a system of lane control light signals. Question 40. Where should you avoid overtaking? A. Just after a bend. B. On a 30-mile-per-hour road. C. In a one-way street. D. Approaching a dip in the road. The answer is D. Approaching a dip in the road. Question 41. How can you make sure that a satellite navigation (sat-nav) system doesn't distract you when you're driving? A. Set it before starting your journey. B. Choose a voice that you find calming. C. Turn it off while you're driving in built-up areas. D. Only set the destination when you're lost. The answer is A. Set it before starting your journey. Question 42. You're about to go down a steep hill. What should you do to control the speed of your vehicle? A. Select a low gear and avoid using the brakes. B. Select a low gear and use the brakes carefully. C. Select a high gear and use the brakes firmly. D. Select a high gear and use the brakes carefully. The answer is B. Select a low gear and use the brakes carefully. Question 43. These flashing red lights mean that you must stop. Where would you find them? A. Motorway exits. B. Zebra crossings. C. Pelican crossings. D. Level crossings. The answer is D. Level crossings. Question 44. What's a rumble device designed to do? A. Alert you to low tire pressure. B. Give directions. C. Alert you to a hazard. D. Prevent cattle escaping. The answer is C. Alert you to a hazard. Question 45. You've just passed your first practical driving test. What will you have to do if you get 6 penalty points on your license in the next 2 years? A. Reapply for your full license immediately. B. Retake only your theory test. C. Retake your theory and practical tests. D. Retake only your practical test. The answer is C. Retake your theory and practical tests. Question 46. What should you do while you're driving or riding along a motorway? A. Maintain a shorter separation distance than you would on other roads. B. Look much further ahead than you would on other roads. C. Travel much faster than you would on other roads. D. Concentrate more than you would on other roads. The answer is B. Look much further ahead than you would on other roads. Question 47. What must you have when you apply to renew your vehicle tax? A. Valid insurance. B. The handbook. C. A valid driving license. D. The vehicle's chassis number. The answer is A. Valid insurance. Question 48. You see this sign. What does it mean? A. Start of pedestrian-only area. B. End of shared path for cyclists and walkers. C. End of designated quiet lane in England. D. End of rural speed limit zone. The answer is C. End of designated quiet lane in England. Question 49. What's a cover note? A. A document issued before you receive your registration document. B. A document issued before you receive your insurance certificate. C. A document issued before you receive your MOT certificate. D. A document issued before you receive your driving license. The answer is B. A document issued before you receive your insurance certificate. Question 50. Which lights must you use if you're driving on a well-lit motorway at night? A. Use front fog lights. B. Use your headlights. C. Use rear fog lights. D. Use only your side lights. The answer is B. Use your headlights. Nice work wrapping up Part 43. Every session builds your confidence, helping you think faster and drive smarter. Keep your progress rolling and be sure to join us in Part 44 for even more exam-style practice. Thanks for watching. Stay steady, stay sharp, and we'll see you in the next round.